I'm Sally Nowlan and this is my pet lamb Matilda. I found Matilda when she was a tiny baby, maybe 1 or 2 days old, curled up next to her mother who sadly had died. And I knew that I had to rescue her because she wasn't going to survive on her own. But also I knew I had to take her home with me because that scene of finding her in the paddock next to her mother like that is exactly the same as the opening scene of a children's book I've just written called Jumbuck's Big Adventure. Jumbuck's a pet lamb who doesn't think he's a lamb, and he learns lots of tricks and naughty things that most sheep wouldn't do, and as a result he finds himself on the way to the Middle East live export markets on an enormous boat. He has to use all the tricks he's learned to survive a terrible ordeal. I've been meaning to write this book for quite a long time, and 2015 being the year of the sheep, I thought the time was right. And also because we've all had many more terrible reports of the cruelty and the terrible conditions suffered by sheep and cattle for live export. And I guess one of the other reasons I really wanted to write this book was to send a message to young readers and children that lambs are lovely creatures. They can be intelligent, they can be clever. They're not just dumb animals used for their wool and their meat. And I wanted the message to come through as well that the live export trade is not for lovely creatures like these. I had a lot of fun writing this book too because it took me back to my childhood when my sisters and I had lots of pet lambs on our farm. They all had names and personalities as well. And now that I've got a pet lamb of my own, well, she's pretty naughty, and I think I'm going to have to make sure that she doesn't have a big adventure of her own.